All right, Shalom Akim. Before we begin, I want to start out by giving infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Hakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, I agree Muslim, and who teach over well. And peace and blessings be unto you, fellow Akim, you brothers, that also push out this word in truth, faith, and sincerity. And let's do in this video. I'm going to be going into, not sure what the title is going to be yet, but it's going to be discerning. Concerning the word, all right, to conceal or whether to reveal, all right. And this is just a lesson I've been thinking about, mainly because, talkings and just discussions with the brother in the truth. You understand that being out in the world, you're gonna come across many different characters, all right, and individuals that may or may not believe, whether it be co-workers, right, that are actually in and that divulge themselves in the world, or friends or family and whatnot, what have you, fill in the blanks. And here it is, about the true gospel, about the things, all right, not just surface level things, but the real deep meaning and the true meaning behind the scriptures and the true understanding. All right, so with knowing these things, all right, we also have to understand that it's not given unto everyone. All right, it's not a universal thing for everyone to know, for everyone to even withhold. So I'm gonna start off with the first scripture, and Lord's will I'll expound. All right, this is 1 John 4 and verse 1. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world." All right, another reason why I want to bring this out is because even me myself, I remember in the early days, as with anyone, learning this truth is the most sweetest thing you can ever come across. So, like, truly the sweetest thing, because here it is. You want to publicize it, you want to make it public, which we do. Go onto the rooftops and shout it. We are the true Israelites. We who the world thinks is who the world knows is Jesus Christ, his real name is Yahweh Shai. As a man that looks of the same man of the cloth, right? Of the same stock as who the world deems as the lowest of the low, right? He's for us, right? But the thing is, not every spirit is meant to really receive it. All right, and not only let alone receive it, but to literally even hear and understand the whole of everything that we teach, man. All right, whether if it's the identity of who our enemies are, that knowing that we have to hate. All right, things like the MOTB, things like that, man. I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 2, "Hereby know ye the spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth that Hamashiach Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is of the Most High, and every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is not of the Most High. And this is that spirit of anti-anointed, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already it is in the world." All right, and I don't mean to make it too long-winded, but yeah, all right, you have to remember that even us, before coming into the truth, we understand that being anti-Messiah or anti-anointed was what? Living the life already that we were bred into. You know what I mean? How are we living our lives before this truth? Was it catered towards Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai? No. Were our thoughts constantly on him and acknowledging him in our paths? No. Not Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because it could have been being mixed up in the Christian church. And that's another thing too. This isn't some fictitious what's the word, mockery, or not mockery, imitation of what the Christian church is, man. All right, a lot of Israelite groups nowadays are doing just that, trying to cater towards the so-called Christian community, right? That's why they dumb down, they trim their way to seek love, right? Because they still haven't grown out of that that Christianity as spirit. All right, and we, as men of the Lord, as men that value discretion, we have no business just telling every single damn body and revealing, all right, of the truth. Not everyone's meant to receive it, man. So move on to Proverbs. Still got a lot. Well, just a few. This is Proverbs 5:1. It says, "My son, Attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. All right, but the point was in the... So like, yeah, that was it. That thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. All right? Yeah. So we have to be what? Ultimately, we have to regard discretion. All right? Here it is. If someone to me who I may or may not know as a friend or foe, and they totally believe, as they tell you, they believe in so-called Jesus, or they even have suspicions about what they believe in. You know, they may not even believe in Christianity. You know, and they may want to quote unquote go soul searching. You know, you might hear these things. I know I myself has heard many jakes at the job, even friends, right, who I've known for a long time, or really friend, I have one individual in mind who I've known for years. But here it is, based on what his spirit, based on his anastrophe, his behavior and his conduct of life, I have no business really just telling him of the truth. And why? Because it's not going to profit him, man. You know? And you can just tell. The Lord literally will give you the signs, like, yeah, you're not, just hold thy tongue, you know? It's a lot. So, and that's pretty much that's pretty much the whole point, man. You know, just keep thy tongue, all right? Because truth be told, it may seem like a very disheartening act, and I want to get this as well, Matthew 5, because scoffers or what have you might have it to where you might think, oh, well, you're just concealing the truth. You know, you don't want to tell nobody anything. Well, then you're just holding back. You know, you're not doing what's commanded of you, when the Lord really never did command us, all right, to just go publicizing this truth to everyone. All right, outside the camp duty, outside the actual service of camp. All right, this is Matthew 5:13, verse 14 to the point. It says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house." All right, and indeed, this is the house of the Most High. You know, when we are indeed compelling our people so that house actually can be filled. But guess what? Is the Lord going to accept everybody in the house? It's going to be a simple answer: no. All right, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if there's an Israelite. Hell no. All right, maybe brother by blood, but not a brother of the Lord. All right, so therefore he's not a brother of mine, man. All right, it doesn't matter. You know, we keep saying that I sound like an arrogant or angry dad, but yeah, you know, because ultimately it's not meant for them. It's not even meant for them to even profit from using or even knowing the names of the Lord in itself. You know, if you see, this is what the scriptures mean by casting your pearls before swine. Obviously, you're not going to give the names of the Lord to someone who's clearly an atheist, or someone who's like so-called agnostic, right? And the same goes for someone that still believes in so-called Jesus, man. And how can two walk together lest we be agreed, right? So I'm definitely gonna disregard, or so I cannot disregard, be discreet, and hold my tongue, because ultimately it's the wisest thing to do. All right, we're not gonna be going to house to house. We're not gonna be wanting to see, the scriptures call us fishers of men, right? When we fish, it's not because we want to just chase the damn fish. No, we put the bait out there, right? We plant the seed, and let's go get that as well, actually. Right. This is 1 Corinthians 3:6. It says, "I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth in anything, neither he that watereth, but the Lord that giveth the increase." Yeah, that's right. All right, and the point of this video is the fact that even going as far as planting, so to speak, and this goes outside, of course, camp hours, man. All right, when you're at camp, yeah, the message truly is for everyone, you know. Some required to hearken, you know. Some that are meant to be scoffers, right? There's some to be condemned and to know of the times that are ahead. But outside of that, look, even if you tell someone the names of the Lord, right, and they do nothing with that, or they drag, Lord forbid, they drag the name of the Lord through the mud, you can be held accountable for that, man. You know, what profited you telling him or her, all right, of anything, you know, relating to the message, man? Nothing. And why is that? Because we are supposed to try the spirits, man, like we first brought out in John. You know, they could be a really sincere individual in their lifestyles, but if they at the end of the day disregard the names of the Lord, then they truly showed who they are. It doesn't matter of their fruits. Actually, as a matter of fact, it's a part of it. You showed your fruits. You just don't care. You know, so there's no profiting in that, and we can be held accountable for that, man. That's pretty much taking the name of the Lord in vain. I don't want to be caught up in that. Verse 7, that judgment. It says, so then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that giveth the increase. All right? That's right. So it's all to the Lord's planning. All right? The Lord put the sprout on us to plant that seed, and the Lord's going to decide whether or not to let it sprout, man. All right, this is Romans 11:7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. All right. Indeed, Israel is seeking for something, the meaning of life, as it has been given to them since the beginning of time, to us, right? And yeah, it's harsh, but guess what? We're living in the end days. We can't be. The fact that there's going to be a famine of the war, a famine of the word, or a lack thereof of literally hearing the gospel or watching videos and epistles and you know, things of that nature. The fact that there's going to be a famine of that should tell you even more that we're going to keep our lips shut, you know, and hold back our tongue, because ultimately we already gathered up the treasure, all right, that we were meant to gather. We already have that we seek for, you know, and Lord's will, we're actually of that election, but what, the rest were blinded, all right. And that's another part of being discreet, is that you also have to recognize, to discern, that you actually have to recognize, you know, who's truly blinded. Because some can appear to have open eyes, if that makes any sense, man. You know, verse 8 says, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. All right, that's pretty much the point. I'll close out with verse 9. It says, and David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Yeah, you know, because like I said before, even if they don't profit from it, you know, chances are, yeah, the Lord can have it to where they can repent, but sometimes that can be made a literal trap or a snare onto them. Here it is, the Lord can bring someone in, let them know and let them taste, so to speak, all right, of the kingdom and the things to come. And it's just at the end of the day, the Lord doesn't choose them, man. You know, not saying that brothers are going to partake in malicious things when you just tell somebody of the gospel, but nevertheless, this is something that we have to actually treat with very, very, very delicate care. These are indeed pearls. These fucking demons. These indeed are precious and high value things, and they just can't be given to everyone. All right, they don't even know they don't even recognize the true value in it. You know, so you know, again, that was pretty much the point. Those will be edified, and we'll close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Chakudash. Double honors again to the apostles and elders, I agree Muslim, and the teaching were well. And peace and blessings be unto you, Akim, your brothers that also push out this word in truth, faith, and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.